we're at our finals for this week's Masters division. We got VGmaster and MegaSlim. They had quite a bracket to play through. VG had to go through a Sonic, BD to make it here. Slim had to make it through Zack and Ragnoth. And now only one winner can come out of these two guys. So I'm gonna give him the force starts very, very quickly. Alright. The timers are rolling, or at least the
race time this is gonna be a fantastic race. STT's blue, all's right in the world.
Alright. You know what? That's actually true. In contrast to the qualifier seed, where they had to do a dead STT for a membership card, we don't have to do any of that this time.
Yeah, thank God I didn't have to do that. Oh, VG? What's going on? Something on timer? What's going on? Did you still have live split open?
I think it just crashed, potentially.
Might have crashed on start. That can happen sometimes if you're connecting at the race time. We're good.
Yeah, it's very strange.
VG just really wanted the Lotus advantage. Gotta respect it. You are allowed to cheat at least once per race. I mean, at most, not at least.
Once per division, yeah. Once you get caught once, you only get a warning, and then...
Yeah.
That is actually not how that works. Please do not...
Please don't cheat. For legal reasons, this is a joke.
Well, in any case, we have our standard shotgun approach. We have actually okay stats. Level 6 already, 9 strength and 15 magic. Actually, that looking pretty okay.
Oh, pretty good start. You like to see it? Oops, I'm having some platforming trouble. See, this is why I don't do this. I think I'm the only person that doesn't do this probably on the chest route.
Now, at least. I'm pretty sure you used it before, and then you
I switched to it for a bit, and I just kept... I hated that platforming, so I just gave up on it.
The stairs are honestly really, really annoying the first time you get used to it.
And then I timed it and realized that it was like half of a second different, and I was like, this one I do is so much easier, that's what I'm gonna do. So... I'd rather not deal with anything going wrong. And the more time you waste in that room, the more likely that an aerial knocker is going to punch you in the face. So,
true. I have been punched several times.
Oh yeah, it still happens.
Okay, so far not really anything special. We did get SDC 1 Keyblade. We have Trinity Limit. Trinity Limit's always appreciated.
Yeah, Trinity's a really good start to have. An interesting thing that kind of happens is Beast Castle is a world that if you don't have any forms early, or you just get too many like defense up, sometimes people just don't go to BC because they're worried about the first fight just taking too long. Luckily in Path, it's not as much of an issue, since all it needs to drop money, so at least you're doing something during that time. But having Trinity Limit means you can always just go to BC, which is very nice, and you can also one-cycle Threshold there.
That is true. I believe they're not far off actually from the magic required to do that one cycle.
Yeah, very close.
So if you just do Halloween Town, you should be able to make up the difference in stats.
I'm pretty sure they do have the magic stat to do it with Ultima.
Oh, all 3? Oh wait, hitting with
no,
Ultima.
Just with Ultima. So they are actually getting hits. Because the way most of us do it is we do the 18 magic and you just do the finisher. But I think at like 14 or 15 is around when you can do it with Ultima, so you get some hits and then do the finisher.
Alright, that makes sense actually. I forget you can actually do like tiny residual damage if you just do any of the other moves before the finisher.
Yeah, because I believe the strength floor for BC is like 10.
Yeah, it's pretty low. It obviously
or magic floor, if that matters too.
Visit. Yeah, first visit's really commonly just have a pretty low floor.
Yeah, especially when I think BCH is a lower battle level than LOD. Well, most people reflect early, very good seat.
Alright, so yeah, basic shotgun route going on right now. At least they get a reflect early. That's always appreciated. As we've seen from like the Wayfinder's relegation seed, one reflect is pretty much all you need.
Mm-hmm. Reflare is a luxury. Alright. Pretty standard routing here. PG doing something a little different.
Yeah, VG taking is like my approach to it.
The more of the free check approach, I think, is the logic here of just doing things that you don't have to worry about any fights for, really speeding up. So Halloween Town, I guess, potentially maybe get like an MP haste or an item boost, might speed up that, or just a glide.
It's actually very common for VG to do. I've seen them do this a lot, where you just go straight to SP.
I respect it.
Very much love to do it.
I feel like it's kind of like a forbidden old strat, because I remember there's a few people that was like the start before people would do Pride Lands, because people were so scared of that Pride Lands first fight for a while. So like SP and doing all the free checks. So you'd see a lot of people just walking around the SP hallway with no growth.
We do get our first hint. OC has no path to light. So first hint is a no path. And we all know how powerful no path hints can be, or how silly they can also be.
No path is the best, assuming you have the ability to do those worlds quickly. A no path world is one of the greatest things you can do. Because, well, the way that path hints works is if something's on the path to say non-existence, not every single check in that world is directly pointing to it. Only one of them have to. In no light worlds, any check you find is information. So if you find a wisdom form in, like, if you find that in OC right now, so that means that Disney Castle and form is dead instantly, just from that one check, and every check in there have to point to everything, basically.
And we'll probably see the OC shotgun. Okay, he did it right now. I was expecting him to do it a little bit later, but this makes sense. Yeah, you're going door by door down to GOA.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I would have thought that V2 would have pushed off OC for like maybe a glide. At least to see if you get it in the shotgun.
Let's take a peek. Are we gonna find any important checks here? I'm gonna guess no. But there is a world where
I think we're gonna find like a decent ability here. I think we're gonna get like maybe an explosion. So far, it just increases. And junk.
And only 2 more chests now, and then we'll see. Okay,
oh,
wait,
there you go. That's pretty strong.
That's a good ability. Levels being dead is whatever. In the shop we have So the Holy Trinity and Scimitar Proudfang.
Mm-hmm. Also, VG is. Look, I don't think VG is doing the tech, is he?
No, he was. You can see his.
Just one by pretty slow.
Yeah, his synth icon is highlighted in white, or that shade.
Oh god.
Ooh. And it begins. Okay, the fear. So that means every torn page, every reflect, and wisdom are on path to non-existence.
Yep. So, as I kind of touched on a little earlier, with path, if there is a proof somewhere, everything that is on the path to that proof has to have at least one important check that does point there. So now we refined the non-existence path. It has to have a reflect torn page, or we already have wisdom form. So Halloween Town we know is at least on the path to non-existence, but maybe it's on the path to also a connection or a peace.
Maybe something related to that. Related to that logic, we know in OC there will be no torn pages, no reflects.
Yes.
So there's some additional info we can gather.
which is more going to come into play if we have to page hunt necessarily than I don't think they're going to hunt for Reflera. But if it comes down to needing more pages, then you know you can cut out OC.
And we are seeing our first foray into Timeless River. We didn't find anything in the courtyard aside from that proof. But maybe TR has more interesting info. Reminder that for the Masters Division compared to Wayfinders, the first hint only costs 2 points, and then the second hint costs 3 points, unlike Wayfinders, where the Wayfinders' second hint also costs 2 points. So you do have to do a little bit of extra pushing for info. Just a tiny bit.
Just a point extra. Though we will see in the next setting of Eat the Crown that points are a lot different as far as where you're getting the hints.
Yeah, it's very different. Some people didn't realize you could do it with the hint system, and they're like realizing
multiple
wow,
things at once.
It's a very diverse little hint system. Very strange that it just works like that. Yeah, that's a lot of good abilities. Saw Finishing Leap as well. I know that we're getting some new info. Let's see what Timeless River has for us. Won't have any important checks. Ooh. Okay, that is a useful check. Stitch is always appreciated. Ooh, so I'm playing this very, very smart, using Aerial Reflex to make sure that he's able to get... Oh, he misses that one! Okay, he should be fine now. I'm gonna play it safe and just do aerial combos instead. Definitely one of the more annoying fights to potentially do. Alright, do we find anything here on the pier? Pier? Wharf? Which one is this room, actually?
This is a waterway.
Waterway, there we go, thank you. I forget which one was which. Oh, once more, okay. Well,
Ooh.
that... I mean... That's nice,
Yeah.
You have easy second chance once more for the seed, as long as Slim just shotguns OC.
Yeah, it's waterway, pier, and I believe wharf.
Alright, and Slim gonna finish the classic, this is kind of the classic shotgun approach, which is you end your progression hints early on either Agrabah or Timeless River. Okay, early
Ooh.
XP boost.
Very nice.
It pairs very well with the early second chance once more in Stitch, that's for sure.
Skill and crossbow's also nice. I'm more curious if we're gonna see like a final force here.
Oh yeah, so I did talk to Slim yesterday, and he actually finally learned, via stream yesterday, that you can't force final if you have under 3 drive.
Yeah,
Or, sorry, under 5 drive. No,
we
he actually legitimately
the
got
fact
enough.
that's guaranteed going to be anti if you get anti, and there's no chance of it being final.
Yes. So
Yeah.
he finally learned that. I got clarified that to him yesterday. I can't speak.
Yeah.
But I clarified that point, and now he learns. So even if he does get another drive up, we probably won't see him do double forms unless he's gonna, or unless he has enough anti points rather. I feel like you shouldn't force here potentially. It is definitely a big gamble if you do it right away. That's for sure.
Yeah. It's
It could
definitely
pay
a
off, though.
gamble, but I feel like on average you get rewarded.
For slightly hard, I kind of agree actually.
Interesting wisdom strats on Pete.
I mean, honestly, that's actually pretty okay. It's a
with
good
the
stagger.
above average magic stat, it actually works out pretty well. Yeah, early second chance once more is definitely really strong.
You're not really going to be afraid for this seed. Mostly just annoyed, I would say.
I think it can really come into play, especially if you want XP boost or get an auto form going.
Wait, VG
and VG forgot the 2 chests.
He lucked out, but that's just gonna bother me.
Yeah. So a little bit of a thing there is. It is faster to get those 2 chests at the end because you spawn into TR very close to the pier door entrance anyway. So it is faster to grab those on the way out of the world, but sometimes people forget.
Ooh, that's a strong hint now from Slim. The World Never Was has path to all lights, so there's a torn page or reflect somewhere in the World Never Was at the least. So
yeah,
that's a little spooky. If it is just if it's a torn page, then that may mean that other torn page worlds also can improve. Thankfully,
I wouldn't
membership card.
Surprised.
There's no hunting.
True. And I would not be surprised if we end up seeing an earlier World Never Was push because of that. Because another interesting thing is, when it comes to if there's an all lights hint, if you blew out that world, any of those checks that aren't pointing to worlds, every world that is not being currently pointed to by that world is completely dead. So if there is just a page in World Never Was and it turns blue, that means only page worlds can have proofs.
Absolutely.
So that's also a pretty strong source of information. Very nice to find in World Never Was, which is not locked by like a Vigilant lock. Ooh, Drive Converter strikes.
Yeah, I don't think Slim realized. I think he was
Is it on
farming money. It might be.
I feel like that might be something that you would have noticed, but if it's on Goldwing, then that can happen.
Yeah, Slim also did use up his drive, so unfortunately will not have drive. Thankfully, your stats are chill, so you can do the Trinity 1 cycle on Thresholder here.
This is 3 proof. Path hints for 3 proofs. Path ABN is kind of a meme.
It was very fun.
It was more interesting than I gave it credit at initially, but it is still kind of a meme.
If I put proofs the first visit, it probably would have been better.
Yeah, because then you could actually use the path hints.
Yeah, true.
BC's done. That's not good. You don't want to see BC done that early. Because 1, BC is a really good source of early progression points, and 2, that's just a lot of things that might have movement. Yeah, but honestly, I think we already have to worry about that from STT. So
yeah, honestly, I kind of think that it potentially could be worth to just use Thresholder anyway for 2 points. That might be like something to maybe consider. It's such a quick fight for 2 points, especially because you have the early Trinity limit. I'm curious if VG will do that since he's now going to Beast Castle.
Yeah, well,
I think though. I feel like you have to consider doing the TT shotgun sort of soon. You're like losing out on spots. So trying to get more check density is always nice. A membership card is in the shop, so you can just go do the BC shotgun and the BC2 shotgun as well. Oh, okay. Slim is taking the safe approach. Just gonna quick run Roxas. Hopefully get some good info from half the checks here. Okay, your members to put on second chance once more, so you will not have any small mistakes here going out of this Roxas quick run.
I wonder if we're just getting these 2 chests and leaving. I feel like I would like to see at least getting the chest in West Wing and then leaving from there. Which I think is what we're seeing. I mean, I wonder if we're going to get a Thresholder push here at all.
I feel like you kind of have to consider it, yeah. It is 2 points from dress threshold.
He's not. He's getting these chests last, which means that he's just leaving. So no BC and no SCT. That means you're losing a lot of your early progression points. So I think that World That Never Was, Port Royal, or things like LOD, or I think OCs are probably going to be your best other early push. But you also have TT3 access and H2 access. So it's a lot of. That's the only bad thing about having like what's called like the Holy Trinity of Visit Unlocks is it kind of like just makes the beginning pretty linear because you're kind of just going to go to all of those places early.
Right. Yeah.
Genie is great.
I feel like also the sort of problem with all these Visit Unlocks early is your doors are way too wide open potentially.
Exactly.
And
so
like,
you're like, oh,
yeah, it's a little troublesome. Like information overload, so I would call it.
With TT3 access early, that's a place where I'd really like to force final.
I actually kind of agree that after you do this shotgun, you probably would heavily consider forcing final.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 3 drive gauge. Oh yeah, I feel like you gotta consider forcing it now. You can build up anti-points pretty quick.
Oh yeah. But at that point, you usually want to kind of count your anti-points in a way, because if you're just doing double forms every single time, if it's the second form, so what we call like double form use in forcing final is since we have Wisdom, which is a 3-drive form, you can use it twice per round transition, which means that you'll be able to build anti-points a little quicker each time. But the problem is if the second form use in that room has anti-form, you only have 3 drive at the time, which means that's a guaranteed anti and you can't get final, like we were saying before. But if we get 1 more drive gauge, then we actually don't have to worry about that, because you'll always have at least 5 when you're doing that strat.
Yeah. Slim actually got some pretty interesting rewards. The 2 pop-ups from defeating Roxas immediately, or the bonuses rather, are just Fire and Magnet. So
pretty good. Fire Augur is pretty nice.
Yeah, that does make things a little spooky. Obviously, there's always the existing chance that the Wonder Was could just have both proofs now with that 1 magnet.
That's true. It is definitely possible.
Okay, VG's actually taking the death abuse here.
We used to have Comet. This is pretty surprising to me, but I think we might see like a pretty far push into CC if he's death abusing there. But you're giving up your early final levels. But you also have HP to work with him on whatever it was, so it isn't the end of the world at all.
Alright, so far still nothing in this TT. Slim unfortunately taking a death.
Yeah, doing very good experience boosting here. Yeah, we didn't have reflecting magnets. Yeah, I probably would have jumped there, or reflected into magnet could have also been pretty strong.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they're really high up.
Wait, how do you live that?
Reflected.
Did you have... But the reflect... That looked weird.
Ooh, out there I would have... Okay, the only deal so this isn't too bad. So I probably would have magneted before they jumped there, just to make sure I catch them. Because I don't want to trust 1 reflect to do all 3 of those jumps. But that was really good levels. Already an 8 level lead here, which is pretty great. Definitely caught up in that strength stat at least. Oh boy.
Yeah, I think he did mean to sell. So
well, yeah, maybe just getting those early elixirs.
Oh, I sold the elixir. Oh, it hurts my soul every time. It's smart, by the way. I will not dismiss that. It just hurts me personally to see people sell the Mega Elixir.
Yeah. I mean, 100, pretty good.
Yeah, especially if you really want those visit unlocks. I would probably also sell it if I was really
I think it's so funny because elixirs are because by default the game doesn't ever put them in the shop. It's one of the only ones that actually breaks the rules of how much money you're supposed to be able to sell for, which is usually half the price that you could buy it for. But because Elixir Mega Elixirs aren't naturally in the shop, and we didn't want to make Mega Elixirs 200 money the same, almost just barely more than Ethers, so you still just sell it for 100, but you buy it for 6 or 8.
I think 5. Actually, I actually have no idea.
I think normal elixirs are 5. Or maybe they're 4. I don't know. I never buy them. I usually have an item boost, so I'm just like, yeah, aethers are fine.
Alright, so VG, unfortunately, didn't really... They found a Blizzard and a Reflect in the rest of TT, so that's at least one offensive tool. We'll probably see them consider doing the Bailey fight and pushing into HB now. I don't know if they purchased Ice Cream or Picture, but I know they did just buy the membership card.
Maybe really banking on trying to get that final usage before dipping deeper into TT. Okay, just put on AP boosts, please.
That is something to sort of consider. Maybe he's gunning to get money off of the Bailey fight.
Maybe
you can do. It's okay.
I'm not like he doesn't have the comfiest tools for Berserker fight.
I mean, you have Reflera, you have an okay magic stat. It's okay.
It just wouldn't be the fastest is the thing. It would be fine.
Right.
But, and like I said, the further you push into TT without final, the more you're losing opportunities to level it.
Ooh, Slim using Comet here.
Yeah, why?
I don't think that's what he meant.
He never...
Yeah.
Oh, he meant to do Trinity, I was gonna say, like... And I think he has combination boost, because that Comet took a long time to run out.
Wow, early Valor form from HB. Just right outside of Sid's place.
I once used Trinity on that fight against VG.
An early Thunder as well. Okay, so VG's opting to wait this out so they can use Thunder instead of the Blizzard. Oh, right. Unfortunately, because of how magic works in Rando, this is a Rando-specific issue for the record. If you get a magic in a chest, it will not properly show up in your menu until you do a new load. So you tried to get that prepped. Thankfully, it did autofill into an okay slot on his shortcuts. That is something that magic does do. So he just has to sort of be conscious about that. We also did get a new hint from Slim's side of things. 100 Acre is on path to non-existence. So we know that the connections and peace are guaranteed not to be in DC Thomas River. Okay, Slim also now going into HP2, or HP1. Meanwhile, VG is doing HP2.
I'm shuffling Kingdom Hearts music and I have Japanese Let It Go. So
wow, with another Thunder in HB. So that's
pretty
good.
Holding them. So you never want to like. It's kind of scary to have that happen in Path Seeds because if there's more duplicates in one world, then less places need to be hinted for fair proof.
And I feel like that's such a weird position in this seed. You kind of don't really have any immediate places open that makes sense to potentially go to. Obviously, if you're VG, you could consider just going straight to Roxas right now, quick running. Aside from that, this is it's kind of a weird seed right now. You just don't really have much. You have like way too much open. Alright. VG's gonna open these last two chests. We'll probably consider doing Bailey. I feel like you should. You have Stitch, you have Thundara, you have Reflera. It's probably pretty safe.
Corridors, not Bailey.
Yeah, quarters. Thank you. Was staring at Slim do Bailey. That was on my mind.
Yeah.
Oh, he does have a jackpot. Okay, actually, yeah. So jackpot on Corridor's fight is actually gonna be quite a bit of money, unless he still has the drive recovery. Unless that was Slim.
Also, in Six Strat with specifically with these settings, since all enemies drop money, if we use the drive converter keyblade, you could sometimes just stay in a form for an entire fight. So for mob fights, you just kind of stay in Final or stay in Wisdom, and you just like Wisdom Fire would kind of go crazy here.
Alright, he is going Wisdom. He's playing it safe by just using Thundara, though.
Yeah, and it doesn't have shot converter on.
Alright. Oh, he doesn't get the kill on the Crimson Jazz.
That's okay. 24 magic.
Okay, he's gonna play it safe by just spamming Reflect. It's very nice. Unfortunately, out of MP.
Slim not too far behind.
If
I think
VG
with
does
that-
do... Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, with that Roxas, I think Slim is technically ahead. Though I guess
A little
maybe
bit,
the rest of TT1. I feel like the Rox takes longer though.
No, yeah, it's definitely the Roxas and the... What is it? The full TT push.
Yeah,
That's
that's the
full
only
3
real
points.
differences.
So VG is just barely like on par with the points. If he does do the Advancers fight, he will get his next hint, so that's something to consider for him. Alright, still so far nothing in the rest of this HB. Reminder that for these settings that core skip is disabled. Oh, okay. Bone Fist.
Unfortunate.
Oh no! VG did get it first try. Fortunately, clipped back in bounds. This time he got it though. Okay, opts to not do dancers. Oh wow! Aerial Spiral and Auto Limit both in Pooh's house. Super useful abilities. Auto Limit definitely has its uses. Aerial Spiral always has its uses. Alright, and VG will just play it safe, I believe, and just go to PR. Pretty good points. You can XP grind on the Minute Fire, you have Stitch, Thundara, a Blizzard. Alright, meanwhile Slim about to get his next hint here in a second when he's clear through these fights. Alright, and Pride Lands is on path to Connection and Peace. So that's a double hint, and that lines up with the fire as well from The World That Never Was. So is it just potential? Is it really just potentially between
HB's possible.
Yeah, Hollow Bastion, Agrabah, or Pride Lands could have the combination of proofs. Reminder that they all commonly share fire and torn pages, so they're like equally likely to have things. You would need more info to know if the double proof or one proof in one world, one proof in another.
Yeah, the fact that the Pride Lands is just like the dumbest world when it comes to the way that patents work, because with the Thunder and pages it overlaps with LOD, and with the Fire and pages it overlaps with HB and Agrabah.
We'll say though, unless things are easier than we think, they will have to play a patent seed.
Yeah,
They will
we will
actually
have to
play
patent it
patents.
there. Thank God, finally. It would have been very sad if the Masters Division finals was still just a go mode. PR's done.
Wow, it's just identity. Disc.
Slightly hard, by the way.
Man, Vici was actually kind of looking forward to doing the XP grind there.
Yeah, that's a really good spot. I think that it would have been kind of still worth it. Ooh.
I think Slim is about to force here. Yep,
Thank God.
he's going for it. Alright, let's see if he does do double
And-
wisdom, or if he waits until he gets an ante before doing double wisdom.
Yeah, I'd wait for one. If you haven't been counting, but VG is going to be quick running Roxas here. Kind of surprising. I would have expected VG to maybe push it off a little bit longer to see if you can do an actual like fight against them.
Yeah, you almost have like really good tools for this. I
Yeah,
think,
you need
though,
like
you're-
one more thing.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
Finishing
you're
Plus
weighing your
would change
options.
everything.
Yeah, that is something they actually do not have yet. Neither of them have a finishing plus. Alright, yeah, we are indeed seeing the dichotomy of a top player rando, which is, man, I actually have to quick turn Roxas, and I can't believe I'm forcing final again.
Yeah, the two things that top players don't like doing anymore.
Yeah, but you will see top players do it just because they know that they're kind of running out of options. This really goes to show that you have to actually always consider your options, whether you dislike them or not. So what will happen first? Well, I feel like Slim's gonna get final before VG finishes the quick run. But there's a chance. I wonder if you're Slim, what do you opt to do here after you get final form? Because you've kind of exhausted your baby final leveling spots.
I think we just continue TT here. Maybe dipping into dancers, but I feel like TT's just a little safer. But I guess HB with that fire that he knows, HB can have a proof right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if we got just like a HB.
Right, yeah. I think he has Firaga, which is honestly
He does have Firaga.
good.
So like dances would go down, Denix would go down. I do think that FF fights will be kind of tricky right now.
I feel like
I don't know if he has
maybe
like, a
don't
finishing
chance
lead
it.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely super dangerous. I feel like because of the gamble you're playing, with 3 worlds potentially being hinted by it, that you maybe consider just doing the whatever was for progression points.
Yeah. It's also really dangerous to see if in HB you decide to like push on without even touching core. It's a lot of checks to worry about.
Okay, Slim finally does get final. VG does finish the quick run before Slim does. So super
Getting
unfortunate.
randoed.
You are getting randoed indeed.
But they're actually about to kind of tie it up here. So I do think Slim is just very slightly ahead.
Oh, actually, that is something for Slim to consider. He does now have 5 forms, so he might be able to get the Wisdom 5 progression point. Or sorry, 3 forms, yes.
We can get to level 5, is what I think you're referring to.
Yes, that's exactly what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might get to level 5 Wisdom for that 1 extra progression point.
It's gonna be a little tight, but I think we can make it work.
Oh, unfortunate. VG getting Invisible Dragoon here. Alright, now he's going to try to run before he gets hit. And as I kind of figured, Slim unfortunately does not get the final level, or sorry, Wisdom level 5 progression point, or check.
Yeah, I didn't think he was making it just in there.
Okay,
But
he's
Wisdom's
actually doing dancers right now.
I would really like to see maybe like an SP push for that Wisdom and Valor levels. Or we always just have Disney Castle to work with.
Alright, Slim does get to level final here, level 3. He actually gets Pan, and that's literally it on Drives. So Drives is dead.
VG doing Scar, I like this a lot. I always like a good Scar push. It always feels like such a play.
It's both a good and such a strange choice. Like, it makes sense because he probably is doing the logic that this place potentially could have a proof. It's just so weird that it's so early looking. Like, obviously, this is
there's a chance that even if we don't get a proof here, we might get more things that point to those proofs, though. Which, based on that, totally. It's a lot of double hints. I think that it's pretty likely that it's a double proof somewhere, or proofs that overlap items.
Right.
So 2 fire worlds, or maybe 2 page worlds. Well, we'll get Zombie 2 page worlds, because then they would always be all lights.
Yeah, we unfortunately actually don't have a single torn page, and we don't have any that's hinted, so there's still a lot of ambiguity right now.
Yeah, because 100 Acre could very well just have a reflect, but if it doesn't, if we get a reflect somewhere else, that kills page worlds.
Yeah,
because there's no other places for that to go.
Alright, there also is the funny idea that it could still somehow just be a double proof to whatever was, or double proof on magnet worlds.
It's still possible, yeah.
Yeah, we only have found 1 magnet.
We could very well find the magnet here.
Okay,
and it's
huge. So
HB looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, so HB and Agrabah. That's honestly super huge for VG. But because of that, you now are in a situation where you're kind of you're realizing now you're undertooled, potentially. He does pick a picture and ice cream. I think he's gonna try to get prepped. Because he should know where to go.
Here. Nope, we're just going through TT.
Okay.
I can see where this is going. I'm guessing it's just maybe tracing progression points or just hoping you find something to work with. And also with second chance once more, this is a pretty consistent fight to experience boost.
I actually missed that. Creations got hinted. I actually missed that entirely. It's on path to connection. So there's a that actually does not help.
That separate.
No, that helps actually. Yeah.
Wait. Is that HP Agrabah then?
Yeah. So
that's guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Yeah. That's okay. So VG has basically full info. It's only Slim who's missing a little bit.
Yeah, I would definitely like to see an HP, more an Agrabah push here, because that's not, you need something less tools for that than HB. You have Agrabah 2 access. Because HB is just, especially when you're, a lot of top players tend to be really stubborn, especially about the 1K fight, of not having Magnera or something to work with it.
Right. We get another new hint,
players,
actually.
I mean me, it's me.
We have a new hint. DC is also on path to connection and peace. We do have the Stitch there that does point towards our connection proof. However, we are still missing what points to what exactly points to peace from Disney Castle. So it could just be it could be, I believe, Genie or Scimitar. Oh wait, sorry, no, it has to be Scimitar Torn Page in Disney Castle. I believe that's all the items that remain now.
Yeah, peace can't be an Agrabah because it's just connection that hints from there. So it has to be.
Oh wait, I forgot that Scimitar's in the shop. Never mind, disregard me.
Yeah.
For some reason, my brain thought that was what is it?
So it's HB or Agrabah that have a proof. However, this is complicated. I think it has to be 100 Acre.
100 Acre, yeah.
Yeah, 100 Acre is the other one that this can technically be.
What is it? What our other Cure Worlds are basically dead, obviously.
Yeah, BC's dead, and HB is another one we're working with.
Yeah, so is this actually a Torn Page Hunt? Is this actually?
I think this is a page hunt.
Oh no.
But like we said earlier, at least we know that we don't have to go to OC.
You know what? True. You don't have to do STT either for a torn page.
True. Also, Slim doing no finishing plus Zigbar.
Yeah,
We have
this actually
comment
hurts
to work with,
watch.
so this isn't too bad.
Yeah, true. Oh yes, Berserker Hori. I forgot about that. He did pick up
I
Hori
remember
Slash
Hori.
from it was in TT3 actually.
Oh,
So he does have really good tools for this.
TT3 looking pretty worth it.
Okay, so Vichi's gonna level. I think they're both on the same mindset of let's just go push my hints.
VG also doesn't have the information that drives his dead.
I think though that doesn't. Well, that's true. So that's something like gonna loom over him for the remainder of the seed.
Yeah, we have Stitch. Yeah, I think we're stitching Firaga. I think that's how we're doing this. Could Peace still be in the world that never was? No, it cannot. No proofs can be world that never was.
Yeah, because of the Pride Lands hint specifically, the the last two proofs will guaranteed be in a fire-based world or a cure-based world, some combination of them. And then because of the creations hint, we can deduce that connections is either in Agrabah or Hollow Bastion, and then the cure world has to be
100 Acre has to have a proof.
Yeah. So, Torn Page Hunt. They have no Torn Pages. Literally 0.
Slim actually hasn't even entered 100 Acre. Imagine if it was just there.
That would actually be very unfortunate for Slim if that happened. He is missing an Aerial Spiral, though, which is actually super unfortunate because you're about to fight Luxord, which you really like Aerial Spiral for.
Aerial Spell's pretty nice there.
Okay, Stitch for VG actually sort of behaving okay. He's doing alright.
Behaving.
Ooh, hold up. So Slim is gonna try his hand at Berserk Hori on Luxord.
We love this. This is actually better right now because he Magic's below the floor. Looking good. Let's have a long Keyblade, so this is a little easier.
Oh, unfortunately,
Ooh.
drops that.
Yeah, this one's pretty tough.
Alright, he does have a lot of RV now, so he's gonna just... Oh, no, he catches him, okay.
No, yeah, it resets after cards.
It does? I thought it
I think so.
didn't. That's interesting. I did not know that.
Oh, this is looking really good.
Okay, guaranteed gets it.
Yo! Ooh, and a glide!
Wow, okay, so pretty good stuff here. Does get his... or is making more progress on his hints as well. Gets a torn page.
Well, we knew there had to be one here.
Actually, it could have been a
there has to
cure.
be.
It could have been a cure, technically.
There has to be one here because Disney Castle,
Wait.
because Reflect has to be 100 Acre.
Ah, I see. No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can actually Berserk Hori every single org member except for Zemnis one. No, Syax is very temperamental. Very strange one. Because if he hits a ceiling at all, which his... Ooh!
Oh,
Come on, man, catch him!
No! He
we revived. We revived, it's fine.
I know. If he didn't air recovery there, he would have been fine. He would have had iframes. Unfortunately, he does have to deal with the DM now. Or not DM, just the Berserk.
I wish Slim used items.
Sometimes he does. Sometimes he does.
It's just like one of the strangest things to me.
Alright, now he'll just go for the pan kill. Understandably so. Alright, so we will get our next hint. Maybe it'll be a torn page world that gets hinted. Okay, that is. Wow.
Nice.
So, LOD has Path to All Lights, so I believe that means it has to have a torn page. Since it does point towards non-existence, and we do know where our last Reflect has to be.
Yes.
And obviously Wisdom is already obtained, so... That's actually super nice info. Limit here too, okay.
Ooh. That's just good. That
with
doesn't help.
any-
That doesn't help us like hint wise. That's just nice to have.
Yeah, with
so is
any
all
other
the
hint order,
forms.
that could have been bait. He could potentially get a lot more progression points. I feel like
Yes.
at this point, it's kind of you kind of shouldn't. I think actually for Slim, I don't think he has enough info.
I would really like Slim to go to like SP and get Wisdom and Valor to 7.
I think so if Slim goes straight to
Another
what is
page.
wow, yeah. So if Slim goes straight to Pride Lands, gets the cure, he has full info where the proofs have to be between 3 possible locations. Really, I guess 2 if you want to just say, or if you want to already assume that we have the proof for 100 Acre found out. So he doesn't have to level drives necessarily under that assumption, right?
With the current knowledge that Slim has, I don't know what he knows. He knows between HB Agrabah and Pride Lands, since Bounds isn't blue yet for him, that
Right.
one of them has proven connection. And 'cause I think he continued TT because it was like picture and ice cream. It was just like, come on. And also, it's just a nice thing to go for.
Yeah, TT is done actually.
TT is done, but I'm saying he went all the way to 3.
Oh, that's what you mean.
That's
Okay.
what we're talking about.
I feel like you maybe consider. I don't know what Slim does here exactly. Either you push a torn page-based world, you go to LOD or something. I feel like you can consider pushing 100 Acre right now because of the weird page locations.
Dude, this magic stat.
It's.
Oh, this
I mean,
this limit form's gonna go off though. Limit go bird.
wow. Battlefields of War. It's not done.
And we're not. Oh no.
It's still not done. That's a
Stay
little.
looking good, Chief.
It's a little whack.
See, at least we know LOD has
It's not done.
Oh my gosh, Data Zemus has something. LOD does guarantee to have a torn page, so there's 2 still in the wild.
Yeah. There is the rare chance that there's a torn page on Data Zemnis that could be randomly required.
It is possible. It would be fun. I'd respect it, and also, not for nothing, Data Zemnis also gives 8 points. I think progression-wise.
7. Terra is the only one in these settings that gives 8.
Data Zemnis is 2
Terra is
fights.
Terra.
Why doesn't he give 8? Who gives this guy a tournament? What the hell?
We'll talk to the balance committee.
Who do I have to call? Also, we're in core.
Yeah, I like the strength core is a lot of progression points. You'll get a lot of good hints. It is, by the info Slim has, it is potentially on the path to a proof. So a good call.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
even
still,
in general, this still can have a proof.
yeah.
HP still very much still can.
I hope Slim doesn't run out of ethers. I think he menued them this time. Actually, I think I saw them get a put on auto refill, so we should be fine. Oh, don't die, please.
That was very smooth of getting out of final. And
Oh my god,
going
Goofy.
into new form.
Goofy's just in a corner, having fun with
Yeah. Fun fact: Mad Rides, the core hot rods, are immune to fire.
Ooh, wait. Okay, so that's an interesting hint for Halloween Town. Halloween Town is Path to All Lights.
Path to All Lights, also another page there. No, but there's
yeah.
already a reflector. There doesn't have to be.
So we're missing. So what is it? We're missing no.
We have all fires.
Cure.
For Hall
So
of
it
Ashen,
has to be.
we're
I think it
missing-
has to be a torn page actually, because we don't
No.
know we don't have the thing there in Halloween Town that could point to. Actually, no.
Because there could still
So
be
if
a Blizzard for HB.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so it's either a Blizzard
Or
if
Chicken
it's
Little.
in Chicken Little, but we don't. If it's in Agrabah, there's nothing that points to Agrabah. So I'm thinking now it could be HB. Because what remains left that can point
Yeah, because we already have Genie.
Genie and
If there is
Scimitar
there can still just be a page there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it has to be a page there if it is Agrabah. But HB is definitely looking a little nicer. But we've definitely seen plenty of seeds where, by all like information you get early on, it seems like HB is a no-brainer, and then it's dead, and you're like, well,
Yep. It happens very often. It also happens the opposite way, where the world,
there's
a bunch of
nothing
worlds seem
pointing
dead.
to it, and then HB.
I wonder what VG's approach is, because I feel like he does have way more info because of that cure alone. I feel like you do pages right now. I hope he does have enough info to realize it's on pages.
Yo, Slim Berserking Core. You know, that isn't quite how that works, but I respect it. No, that's actually really good. Comet is... People underestimate Comet because Duck Flare gets all the attention, but Comet is very powerful. This is fine. You can go in the limit.
Yeah, he did get parried by the wind attack, which is kind of funny and
that's
annoying.
so strange because you have like iframes and you still get parried.
Ooh, oh my god, that's Ragnarok
so lucky.
It hit the spring metal from behind him.
So you didn't even know that was there?
No. Alright, now he's on to the last phase.
Okay, playing this very well of jumping, making sure the Ragnarok pushes him over those magic attacks from the Rune Master.
Oh, has Berserk on.
Berserk.
This is kind of annoying. Yeah, these aren't
actually
bosses.
Very well done for like such like unconventional tools.
Yeah, these aren't bosses, so you can just kill them outright.
Yes.
With, any attack. Alright, VG's actually taking the plunge into 100 Acre. Does find nothing on the first page. We'll be able to check the second. Or rather the third, I guess. So we'll be able to check Rabbit's house. Alright, unfortunately for Slim, his party members are dead. He can't use a safety comet here. He's gonna try to outrun the, what are these enemies called?
Which ones?
The ones with the boxing gloves in this room.
Oh, aerial champs.
Aerial, there we go. Yeah, I don't know my core enemy, so.
I know every enemy.
That's a
Except
flex.
I've just done too much synth.
that is also true. Alright, so, oh wow, the first finishing plus in core, second to last chest. That's so deep.
The fun fact here, plenty of core enemies actually have different names depending on the translation. The core hot rod is either called Mad Rides or Mad Bumpers. The core bats are Befuddlers or Perplexes. I think the other ones don't have various ones. The only one actually, that's not true. There is, it's a not that's not what the word is. It's a befuddler. Befuddle's a word, I promise. It means the same thing as perplex, hence why translation-wise it changes. Makes me confused, and anyway.
Slim picks up an air dodge at the last chest of core. Unfortunate, non-important check. Meanwhile, VG does clear out the rabbit's house. Doesn't find an important check there, so he needs to go page hunting. So we'll see where he opts to go. VG could just go straight to LOD. That's like the guaranteed page. I think if you chase after pages, that's like the safer approach to this seed, because that way you can guarantee that you'll like have better info for the future. Like you'll be able to narrow down which world could have what. Okay, Slim is going to finish out his Hollow Bastion, go straight to Demix, actually. Ooh, does early Trinity. Interesting choice here. Okay, and VG does take the plunge into core.
Can't believe Core's dead. That's like super surprising. We love the item toss strats on Demix.
We do have our next
Demix
hint.
is also one that you can berserk.
That's a very useful hint, isn't it?
Oh gosh, Beast and Path Connection. Great, thank you.
Yeah, that unfortunately literally tells us nothing new. There's
No
still
way,
the
that means it
20
could be an HP Agrabah or Proudlands from some perspective. Great.
That's actually, you know what? That's kind of a bright side for Slim specifically. When VG gets that hint, he'll be probably a little annoyed.
Will he?
I don't know. It doesn't tell him anything new, so it's probably like, man, I wish I got a better hint.
You realize that from Slim's perspective, this is an identical hint to Creations.
No. I'm talking about for VG. I'm saying that he wished he probably got a better hint. Oh wait.
Yeah.
No, I see what you mean. Yeah. No, true.
Because Proudlands lied on level 4, but Proudlands, Agrabah, and Hollow Bastion are all in the shop and are all hinted by that fire. So no one knew information.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about the Proud thing in the shop.
And the fact that Slim still hasn't done Scar, so Proudlands is still very much on the table for him.
I wonder if Slim opts to level limit on 1K. I feel like you level a little bit and then just do like vanilla stuff after.
I mean, it's player preference. I think we're gonna get pretty high already in FF Fight Sphere.
It would be a time investment for sure. I'm thinking, oh wow, he gets XP boost. Okay, that doesn't really change much.
Really good.
Yeah, it helps with the future. That is true. It could potentially be on the path. We have no confirmation of anything yet. Let's see. Does Slim pick up anything new from these 4 chests here? Slide dash. And nothing else. Okay.
The Crystal Fissure has been barren recently. Slim is like, wow, there has not been an important check in this world since, like, Corridors.
Oh, I just realized how much money Slim has. Holy.
Oh my god.
That's a lot of money. Now,
yeah, we got a money pouch in, well, there never was.
Yeah, he picked up both money pouches, I believe. Okay, he does Pride Lance. So he won't get a proof here, but he will get the full info that he wants, which is basically that he needs to go page hunting. Or at least do his pages now.
What are we doing here?
Never mind.
I'm curious why.
Does he think that he's done with the visit? Oh no, he's doing pages now.
I guess just do 100 Acre first. I understand that. I completely get that. Yeah, Peace does have to be in pages.
Unfortunately for Slim, he just picks up the aerial spiral. Probably wishing he had that for some of the few fights he's already done.
Yeah, definitely forgot about 100 Acre. But then again, having no pages early, the first 2 pages being one that never was. But at least we know there has to be one Land of Dragons. Or, unfortunately, Slim does not know that yet.
And you should be able to piece it together once he decides to go back. If he goes back and does Scar,
yeah,
then he should have the info to realize that. Now, granted, it is a bunch of... It's like a lot of logic you kind of have to think about. So maybe they don't have that. Maybe they might have pieced all that together.
I would say VG's not in the great spot with forms, not having final, but having all these other ones, because you're definitely tempted to like level all of these as far as you can, especially since drives aren't dead for VG and progression points are just really strong from there. But he doesn't have final to work with, so his anti-points can get pretty high pretty fast. So, little scary. Maybe VG saw, yeah.
Progression points are literally like almost the same.
Yeah, they're very close. They actually are the same.
Or yeah, sorry, I'm thinking that Slim's gonna do this page potentially. Yes. Never mind, he does not. I guess you don't have the info.
Slim doesn't know the 100 Acre is guaranteed.
Yeah,
but I was gonna say he's about to.
Now. Okay,
I like this at least.
No, this is I like this too. We'll see how he opts to handle this. If he just does the vanilla fight.
To money. I don't know if someone knows the camera tech with the Sparkle Ray. Little thing is, if you make sure the Sparkle Ray is always facing the camera, like the laser's always basically hitting the camera, then it'll spawn enemies faster. Because even though this is running on PC and PS4 for that matter, it is a port of a PS2 game, so it does have the same limitations. Unless you play boss enemy where spawn limiter is off. Because that is another thing. I would like to see spawn limiter go off at some point. I think it's cool.
What can my 32 gigabytes of RAM do for this game?
Exactly. Turn off spawn limiter, go into Disney Castle, or world that never was before Roxas. Every shadow spawns, your computer explodes, it's fine.
This computer's already dying on me. I'm fine to move on.
Only one way to get rid of it.
Now, honestly, this is a pretty good 1K fight from Slim. He's had one maybe hiccup where he got a different RC, but the bot has been pretty nice.
Yeah. Fun
Dude,
fact:
this bot is actually still nice.
The speedrun community calls when the bot does this a Steve, and when he does the wind up, they call him Kyle.
Wow, this bot literally was perfect, almost perfect. I don't know why he did the second RC there.
No, he took his bot friend to the very end, had one last one for the road, and then betrayed him horribly.
What's an HB? Hello? So, there's only a few checks left. They're missing Peace, by the way, so we can't do mushrooms.
Yeah.
Okay,
the worst thing
now,
is, so...
this is scary.
What does Slim do here? There's no way. Okay.
I think he might be getting prepped to do mushrooms by gliding all the way down. I think that's literally it. Ow. So... you have left an HB.
Yeah, see, so if the proof is here, you can't get it yet.
No, it depends. Like, this is like the gamble of this. You either wait and find Peace, which is what Slim's gonna do, and then after that you have Sephi or Demix on the table, Data Demix. Or you can maybe check Agrabah and see if that is where your proof is, because again, we haven't figured out if it's Agrabah or Hollow Bastion quite yet.
We're seeing some Agrabah. I was really hoping he would see that crab things in the shop and go to Proudlands. VG going for the page, let's go.
Yeah.
I actually think that VG's... I think LOD is the play. Because the VG just has information. Right? Yeah. So Slim is, with the information he's got, is like, okay, Fireworlds are just it, so like, just go for him.
You know, the safe approach, I believe, for the seed is you just do worlds that have pages, build up enough points to see if you can cancel out a world for once, potentially.
Yeah,
that's like the guaranteed safe approach.
Or
also, it depends on
go to OC. Go to OC and just cancel out a bunch of worlds.
That is also true. There are still 2 blizzards somewhere on the table. 2 blizzards, a chicken. I think that's it.
Fun fact, OC actually won't help anyone because it can't have any of the things that would cancel anything out. Because there's no fires left, and it can't have Cure because 100 Acres guaranteed to have that. So OC has nothing of help here.
Alright, it's time to see if does Glow win these? Is it actually just in Treasure Room?
God, if it's in Treasure Room, I'm leaving. There's no way.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's very
That's actually crazy if VG goes here.
Alright, 2 more chests. 1 more. Okay, no treasure room proof. We're safe a little bit for now. Now we are gonna see the Twin Lords fight.
Yeah.
But then after that, do you just buy the scimitar and chase after this? Or do you start chasing after pages if you're Slim?
I think Slim might be like finishing out the first visit, so I'm hoping that he just does Scar after this, by the same logic that he's doing this.
Right.
But that is also just wishful thinking because we know where to go.
Meanwhile, VG still has yet to find anything off of this LOD. Now, something to actually heavily consider is that if it's his horn page in Throne Room, we have no idea where the Ancestor is.
True.
Yeah, so this could be
get pathed.
This could be a path seed, and actually could be a terrible path seed.
So, a little bit of flashbacks to Slim's last race, which is with Ragnoth, is unfortunately with path hints, if it is like 2 layers deep, where you need like a visit unlock and you need pages that kind of link into one another, the path is only going to go 1 layer deep. So if you need pages, then only the pages are actually hinting towards that proof. Sword of the Ancestor, while being required in that situation, will not be remotely considered by the hints. But I know that Zach is trying to work on that. I'm wondering if it can try. Maybe if Zach's trying to make it see if it can identify chains. So if something is technically required, then it would also be hinted.
All right, here's the idea. Some flavor text. The World Never Was has a faint light.
Yeah, I'd actually like that. That'd be cool.
All right, trademark it. Write it down. Pay me when it skyrockets. So we're seeing some... I don't know what Slim is doing. Is he just trying to get through screens, or is he trying to... He has no draws, which is why this looks really weird.
So,
yeah.
well, Scott, if Blizzard is in SP while that is on the path to connection, that would actually guarantee that it's assuming it becomes blue, that HB does have the proof. If it were an OC, however, then that would kill that world. That would kill HB. Because as we are still looking for a connection, finding things in a world on the path to connection doesn't kill that world.
Oh, I just realized they have a fun new hint. Form levels has no path. So for Slim, that literally adds no info.
Slim doesn't know where the second proof is. He only knows that connections between these 3 worlds. So that I guess that takes out one piece world for him.
Oh, okay. This is an interesting choice. This actually would suck for Slim. He skipped those 2 chests. I think if he's skipping chests, the mindset of if you have to find the Sword of the Ancestor in the future, if he's going to be skipping chests like this, he might actually accidentally skip a chest. And so that's something to sort of consider if you're a Slim fan. Things might potentially go wrong soon.
Wait, what chest did he skip?
I skipped the 2 hallway chests. Thankfully, they didn't have anything.
Very strange.
But like, it's like the mindset of skipping might be something that goes on into the future of other chests.
It's the same way that VG skipped the 2 in TR.
Yeah, true. Oh man, this lack of draw really is just hurting Slim right now.
Yeah, luckily this is gonna be fine. Despite no Comet Rain, but I guess just Berserk is gonna carry here. Very good Shang-Yi fight for VG there.
Is it? No shot. Is it actually?
If the page is here, that'd be crazy. Unfortunately not.
And
So
everyone
the Ancestor is required at Star Hill.
Everyone is getting pathed. Oh no. So, Yeah, we need to find Sword of the Ancestor, potentially. Obviously, they could find a page somewhere else. And it could just be at Kenga's house. But if we do need to go deep, we gotta find Sword of the Ancestor.
Yeah, it's a good thing that Halloween Town now is forced to have a page. Because the remaining worlds are still page worlds. So, Halloween Town does guarantee to have a page or Blizzard. Those are the only two things it could have. Or Cure.
I believe it has to have a Torn Page or Blizzard Cure. I believe that's the combination.
Yeah.
So one thing or both of those. Man, that's actually crazy that we only have one Blizzard so far. Alright. We'll see if what this next hint is for VG. He is the farthest in progression hints right now.
Yeah, which is a little surprising considering Slim does have the form advantage.
That
But
does not help.
didn't-
What? That hint literally does not help. Wait. So there's a second... There's 2 checks in HB.
Oh!
Or no, wait.
No, there
Okay, that
has to
shakes
still be
things up.
something that points to HB.
Yeah, so...
So there has to be a Blizzard, Cure, or Torn Page in HB. That kills Agrabah unless it's a page.
So,
That can
wait.
still be a page.
No, it can't be a page, because then it has to be past all lights.
Oh, true. Yeah, Agrabah's
So
dead.
it's a Blizzard, then. Somewhere is a Blizzard.
Yeah, because it can't be. Because if it was Cure, then it would be a connection piece. So yeah, Blizzard on Proof of Peace check or Sephiroth.
And we are seeing a Sephiroth.
So Slim actually might just get the proof here. It's very possible.
Oh god, Slim has like no tools for this fight.
He doesn't.
He
He
has,
has limit form. He should
That's
berserk,
true.
honestly.
He actually might. I'm curious. So I did see, I believe VG does have a guard break. And it was in
Never mind.
TT3.
I think Slim changed his mind.
So there's a guard break, and I don't think Slim put that on. Because it's in TT3. You should have access. Okay, yeah. Slim gonna take the safe approach. Go after a guaranteed torn page location. Unfortunately, will not get it. But he is making progress in the right direction.
Well, it ever was. I mean, Data Zemnis can have sword.
It can't.
Oh, non-data.
Yes, or non-super boss. So
Same
all
thing.
AS is
There's no
Sephiroth
Terra.
and Terra. Yep. Oh, it's a Beast Claw and it's done. And they do get a torn page. That's so nice. So no second visit here.
This
Now-
could just be it.
Is it just here?
It could just be Peace here.
Wow.
There's just Peace here. What if Peace Check just has connection? Then that'd be insane.
Alright, rightfully so. VG just leaves. He has basically full info, I think. So he doesn't need any more spare progression points.
This is
Oh, he has to do 1k?
this
Alright,
is
we're gonna be here a little
almost a 50% chance that it's just on Peace Check.
What is it? Peace gives 2 checks. Sephi
Peace gives 2, Sephi
2.
gives 2, and then 1 on Data Dynamics. So it is
Yeah.
a 2 out of 5 chance.
Alright, so it could
So a
end here.
40% chance.
Yeah, if you want to see content, you don't want it to be on mushrooms. You want it to be somewhere on Sephi or Datademics. If you want the C to be over, because you want these guys to have a relaxing rest of their day, evening, you want it to be on mushrooms.
What will be crazy is if Slim somehow gets Sword of the Ancestor on levels and gets that page.
You know, KH2, thanks for the raid. Wow, it's a final on level 39, so VG does get his final form after all.
That's so stupid.
That's very funny. So I wonder, like, the only, like, gamble plays I can think of is, like... Actually, no, where can pages be? I feel like you have to have a double page somewhere. right?
You do at this point, yeah.
So
HB can just also still have a page. No, it can't, because that can't.
Yeah, it has to have a Blizzard.
Agrabah can, LOD still can have a double page.
Yeah, or sorry. It's either there's a page in like Agrabah plus LOD, or it's a double page. Or sorry, it's a single page LOD, and the last page is somewhere between LOD and Data Zenless. It's some combination like that.
Yeah.
Alright, well, VG making his way downtown onto
40% chance here.
The Glide of Destiny. Does he have to do a Curse to Geek Seed?
Alright.
Mushrooms. Ooh, it's cursed.
And it's Sephi or Data Dynamics. Sephi is more likely. And VG's a little more kitted out for Sephiroth than Slim is. Just having that guard break to work with.
I think he's kitted out just because he has it equipped. I think Slim should have the guard break because it was in TT3.
Come on, VG Berserk. Actually, no, you don't have Hori, I don't think.
Ooh, okay, yeah. So there's a world where there's the Blizzard. So wait, hold on. There has to be a Blizzard here and the proof. So it's essentially like one boss, or sorry, Sephi has both, or one has one check, one has the other.
So this is ABN both are required in one world.
If this was an ABN, this would be a very terrifying ABN scene.
So Sephiroth guaranteed has an important check.
Yes, actually, that's guaranteed.
Because there are 2 important checks left that have to be here.
2 checks across 3 total, yep. It's interesting that VG... Okay, he's now doing guard. Oh, he has Combo Master. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Combo Master and barely above the strength floor. Tried the RSR there. That's really tight. Nice catches though. It's actually really... Sephiroth has one of the fastest recovery animations. I think he's like second fastest. I think Zexion is slightly faster. Yeah, 50 is the floor for Sephi. Same thing with for same thing with for AS Milusia. They are the same battle level.
Alright, VG on to last phase here. Oh, it's a little annoying.
Yeah.
You're kind of fine here.
Air recovered a little late.
You actually throw out an ether. Nice. I don't know if he catches, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty tight to catch him. You can catch him with the slap shot there. It's pretty tight.
Okay, this is now a little scary here.
This is fine.
Catches him there. Oh my god. This should kill.
Trinity
this
kills
goes
here.
for a ground combo. And it's on Sephi. Okay.
Our boy had one.
Wow.
My actual son had a proof.
That was such a good fight. Doesn't talk to Sephi again, man. What if he just had the Blizzard? Imagine. So I think on that note, that is actually gonna be GG's.
That's absolutely GG's.
Now the question is, how many domes?
Oh god, the age-old question: how many domes?
How many domes does it take for VG to lose?
Slim needs VG to like his power to go out. That's what Slim needs right now.
Okay, alright, I don't know. That's a little toxic.
I don't think it's that. Like, he just doesn't have time to go to Halloween Town or just find Sword of the Ancestor randomly.
Oh, this is looking very. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna happen. Even if Slim does like get a perfect fight.
At least Slim did actually guess correctly.
You did. I'm just curious where Slim could have maybe lost time. I think they've pretty much done almost the same things, actually.
I mean, Slim could have just done Sephiroth there.
Yeah, Slim actually did Windows. That's one thing.
That's true.
Did Hostile
But
Program.
VG did PR Town, though.
Yeah, so I think just of the content that they've done, I think it was just more than just that, the time difference.
Yeah, I don't think it was like
choices
choices necessarily. Slim did have also like a pretty slow core fights.
He actually forced. No, I think the big thing also is that Slim forced final.
I don't think it's that big.
It was like 2 minutes. It was pretty rough. With VG not forcing final and also having some slightly potentially better fights. I mean, VG's deathless, Slim has 3 deaths.
Yeah.
So a bunch of minute things seem to have just added up to this big time difference we have between these guys.
I do think that Slim still saved time with that final with having the strats with final. Yeah, any seed over like an hour, like a 105 or 110, I think is time where forcing final doesn't really lose time.
Do we have the spoiler for the 2 chests in SP Hallway? I think
saw VG pick them up.
Yeah, they weren't anything important.
Maybe it's Combo Master.
It was a map and an AP boost. So unfortunately, nothing useful. I will clarify, actually, that the Blizzard was also on Sephi.
Oh,
so
the
no data
Fenrir
dynamics.
check?
Yes, the Fenrir check. And then, for those who are curious on our chain of logic, there was 2 torn pages in LOD, both in Throne Room.
Where's Sword of the Ancestor?
Solar Sailor. And then
that's not
what is
great.
it? So if you had to do that, you had to do PR right before Minute Fight, then SP, go up, do Solar Sailor, and then you could finally get the 2 pages from LOD. Man.
You actually cannot Throne Room skip, or Echelon you skip, and the setting skips are not allowed. For this setting specifically.
What did Data Zemnis have? Oh, that's actually a good question, yeah. Zemnis, Data Zemnis, has a chicken little. So, I guess Zemnis likes chicken. Yeah, overall, this was you had to play Path. You had to play Path into the seed. It wasn't a go mode like VG's round 1. It wasn't a super awful feeling seed like how Slim had it versus Zack, where you had whack, like kind of weird feeling tools, and you had to do core go mode. This was actually a Path seed. Very, very well played. So Slim is about to get his proof of peace here, and will make his way straight to HB after. Fortunately, the clock is ticking.
Reminder, Slim still hasn't gone to Scar.
Yeah, no, he actually went there and changed his mind, so he saved some time there. Still not enough to make up the difference. Alright, and he goes straight on to the Sephi fight. Gonna do a little bit of pre-menus to make sure he's ready. Oh, Slim just has guard off. That's really funny.
Why?
I don't know.
I never noticed that menu.
Yeah, I just saw it was turned off.
That had to have been a mistake at some point. Unless it was like making sure for like quick running Roxas.
Okay, wow, the VG is just right there. And
Yep.
that's it. GG's to VGmaster. Congrats on winning the Path of Kings Masters Division. Very well played. Honestly, super... This is a really weird, challenging seed in my opinion, trying to figure out where to potentially go. So honestly, super well played. Big performance overall. And with that, we have our bracket. Oh, my graphics died. Oh, there they are. That took a while. Our format winner, congrats to VGmaster, will be the #1 seed for the Eat the Crown format in the next week. We'll get to see him hopefully retain his spot over the likes of everyone else hoping to compete in that. And man, what a seed.
Indeed.
Let me see if we could message him real quick.
That interview.
Let me see if he'll respond to my DM. Well, we'll see if we can get our winner in. In the meanwhile, we'll have Slim popping in. Well, hello there. Congrats on winning this week's format, or the format for this past 2 weeks. How you feel
Thank you.
after that?
That was an interesting seed.
You actually had to play
Get
Path.
pathed.
It did. There was actual pathing. I don't think I did it great. I feel like I could have figured out 100 Echo earlier than I did, but
That Pride Lands hint definitely connected all the dots. There, you might have been able to figure it out. There was a lot of things that were just saying Pride Lands, HB, and Agrabah, and
Yeah, which is
going
why I
from the things that are hinted.
Yeah, I pushed Pride Lands because it was one of the possibilities, and I also had a hint for it. So
Yeah.
fortunately, the
Win-win.
cure was right there on Scar.
Yeah,
Very
it's
well
honestly a
played.
pretty good location. A couple questions. Is it? When was the last time you played Path? Actually, in terms of like a tournament setting, or like with versus anyone else, rather.
Trying to remember. I'm feeling like it was.
What's the last King of the Crown?
Yeah, just like that.
The hard
That's,
path.
I think so.
That famous hard path seed that took nearly 3 hours.
Yeah.
With the
that sounds right.
relegations?
No, the finals.
Oh no. Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah. How does it feel actually to play these settings compared to that one? Since you last time played Path.
This is nice. I very much like the progression aspect of Path, of just finding reports.
Yeah,
Yeah.
progression path, very strong.
It removes the report gamble that kind of existed before, where you lucked into a better report than the opponent.
Yeah, exactly.
And then if you, what is it? You do keep your, you are still in top 4 for the next format. You get the #1 seed. What format are you looking forward to next? Obviously, the next one is Eat the Crown. But
Yeah.
of the 3 remaining, which one are you sort of most excited to play in? You had to say.
I'm trying to remember what the other two are. One of them's Hit List.
And the other
And
one
it's,
is King of the Datas.
Which is essentially just greet the datas, but you have to fight 3 guaranteed unique datas.
Right. Well, I don't know. I'm not that great at data, so probably the Yeet format.
Eat the Crown, very exciting. The next one coming up here, very unique format. Well, there's been other ones that have had that kind of win condition. We have a very interesting one of using spoiler hints with a very high hint cost. However, you get hinted at least 2 things at a time.
Yes.
So, very interesting. We also get to skip where the number was, and that's the only one we get to do that.
Well, starting with Promise Charm definitely does help.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, you may have to do the one number was, you may not.
Yeah, if it's a page
really
there, you have
depends.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have last question? I guess. Do you have any path-related advice for our wayfinders that are going to be doing their races coming up in the next week?
Path-related advice.
Yeah, just
Nothing
anything.
specific.
Or just rando.
Sorry?
Or just like rando or pre-proof related device as well. Whatever you have to offer.
Which program? Yeah, or not. I don't know. I mean, there's always a bunch of small things. Like, I don't know. An example is not necessarily beelining a proof that you know about in a hard spot if you don't have like the other proofs first. Is a mistake that I see every now and then. Where like you've mathed out that there's a proof in some annoying location, but it's the first proof. You don't need to get it until you actually have the other ones or close to the other ones.
Very true.
Yeah, I think that's some actually solid advice.
Yeah,
We'll
so please do your shotguns, kids.
Oh god, we'll see if all this is applied for our fellow wayfinders. But anyway, congrats again on winning the finals match versus Slim. Super well played from both of you. Well played from you especially. Honestly, it was a good Sephi fight. That's really good.
Yeah, that Sephi was very well done.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, VG. We'll see you in a week.
Yep. Although, I will probably like have to async pretty much everything for the week.
Oh no.
Yeah, feel free to DM me. We can talk over the details.
Yeah. But, yeah, should be a good time.
Yeah, we'll see you then.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks to VG for answering a few questions. It was actually very insightful to hear. That was actually some really solid advice at the very end.
Yeah.
Thinking about, or not like a sort of, what's the tunnel visioning on a proof that you know about. That's super solid advice.
Yeah. Because if you, for example, have like a guaranteed one that never was proof, all the other magnet worlds are dead, but you have like no tools for one that never was, maybe you shouldn't just like throw yourself against the wall hoping you can make it through it. You can get a lot of other tools by pushing other worlds.
Yeah. Well, this is our final bracket recap for Path of Kings. We have from our open qualifiers these all these lovely gents, all these lovely people making it over a bunch of other people. It was I think 19 total. Wait, sorry, it was 16 total entrants, top 8 qualified, and then out of those 8, we had another set of 12 play, and the top 4 of that moved on. Then we had our final bracket, which ended with our match of VGmaster versus Slim, where VGmaster took it on top.